This is Djuli. Djuli allows us to upload our data, and then it allows us to also find a equivalent circuit. So what I'll do is I'll first of all show you that we have our data uploaded. I've actually done something because we focus a lot on signal versus concentration. I've actually labeled these pieces of data up with the equivalent in concentration. Under properties, we've got a I suppose I should first go. So we've got the impedance selected, we've got concentration, and we've got the units of the concentration in this particular case. And I've got a circuit fit. Now the first circuit fit is just a resistor, so it should be a pretty bad fit, and it is. It's just a resistor, and essentially none of the data. We've got big the chi-squared is pretty high, and all the errors are pretty high as well. So I'll do now is go back into the and basically get Djuli to recommend a circuit. Now what it's doing is it's going through the database now. It's really searching through the academic literature and actually looking for a circuit that best fits the data. So this is kind of an interesting feature of Djuli, because sometimes you've got data, but you're not sure what where to start with in terms of the equivalent circuit. So people sort of sketch these things out. What's quite nice about this feature is it's actually using there's a large library of academic researchers has gone on over the years, and we're able to sort of call upon that and go through it and find equivalent circuits that best fit our data. So there's sort of a threshold of fit that Djuli is using, and it's essentially found that. Now I'll show you where to find that reference in a minute, but let me just close down and have a quick look. So and what it's doing is well, it's not it's quite easy to see really. It has, let me just do that, tools. I'm just going to go draw. So when it draws it does a little they call it rendering, but I would call it drawing. But I'm just going to fix that slightly so it looks a little bit nicer. So I'm going to take those elements, put it there, put the comma back in, delete that, draw that. It looks a lot nicer now. And then I will just apply that. So it's applying that model that it's found in the literature to the data itself. And we'll have a quick look, see what it looks like at the moment. It's quite calculation heavy, and all this. The nice thing about it is it's all taking place essentially on the Djuli server. So it's not, if you're sort of memory limited on your computer, your CPU is a little bit slow. It's not really dependent on that. It's actually using the and it's really nice now is the errors are much smaller, and the chi-squared is a lot better. So if I was to summarize this video, you've gathered some EIS data in your lab. It may even have EIS data as a function of some sort of concentration. You're not sure of essentially the equivalent circuit that best models that data, and so you can start with just like an R1 circuit, which is just a resistor. You'll find it's a very bad fit, but actually Djuli will then if you click recommendation, we'll go out there, search the literature, and come back with a recommendation. And then the last bit is I can see here through the notes when I went to terminal the literature reference. So I'm just going to search Google on that, and then I can find I might just do it this way actually, find the original paper that Djuli recommended. Let me just copy that. Let me just paste that in there. And that's it. And then it's and it feels very relevant actually. The label-free impediometric biosensor for salmonella detection based on a polymer with an aptamer on it. So that does feel quite relevant to the work that we've been doing as well. So in summary, you can gather your EIS data. You can then click recommend, and Djuli will search through the academic literature, find you a reference that best fits your data, show you how well your data fits that equivalent circuit, and then tell you where you can go and find that paper so you can then read it. Okay, if you've got any questions about Djuli or questions around about biosensing and impedance spectroscopy, don't hesitate to reach out to us at ZP. Okay, thanks very much.